Hi guys, welcome back to Future Dimensions 360. As you know, in our last tutorial we had learned about use memo hook. So in today's tutorial we will be learning about state uplifting and object sharing. What are object sharing and why we need that? We'll be learning in detail. Let's say this is the working example of our last tutorial in which we had printed out a sphere and a cube on the base of click event. You guys can see I have two IDs of cubes are printed out here. Although these cubes are similar to each other, I think no need to have multiple references for these two cubes. It must be the same one that will be passed to both of them as a component. If I'll click here, the one sphere is printed out now with different ID. If I'll click here, the sphere is printed out with different ID. Although I will click here this 92 and this 92 is the same sphere reference by using use memo hook I'm using, but still there is possibility to optimize this app more in terms of memory or in terms of optimization. How we can do that is we can uplift this geometry in the parent component and we can pass that geometry in the form of what? In the form of props, in which what we can do is we can reuse it again and again. So it will be the best way to optimize the application. And this actual the way of uplifting the state is called our object sharing. In the React is known as sharing objects. So today's tutorial or today's topic is sharing object. If I'll come back here in my today's tutorial, first of all I have to do what? I have to rename the component from box to polyhedron. Let me copy this polyhedron. What I have to do here is I have to change this because I am not passing now box as a now I'm not printing only box. There is sphere also and we are going to print another shape as well. So accordingly it will be with multiple shapes, so we have to change it to polyhedron. Okay, so if I'll come here now, what I need is this geometry. What I am printing here, I don't need this geometry here, so I need to pass this geometry here in the form of object from the props. And what props is doing, it's directly destructuring. So what I am taking from the props, its position and name. So let me do one thing is we will just remove the name. We don't need name here. We will be just keeping the position. Okay, so what we will do with the position here is instead of this props, we will destructure this props with position. Okay, and second is polyhedron with small p. That will be an array of 3 JS geometries. That will be either box or sphere or any third one that we will be passing right now. You guys can see that. In use effect, we will be removing this console.log. We will be using this use. We will be removing this use effect, and we will directly log what? We will directly log polyhedron. Okay, 3JS now we are not using anymore. We have to remove it from here because we will be creating the geometries in our app.js or parent component. So we need 3JS here. And what geometries we will be creating? We will be creating polyhedron. Let me pass this polyhedron from here, const and equals to polyhedron. That will contain an array of what? An array of 3 multiple geometries. That geometries I will be passing to my polyhedrons here as like this polyhedron, and second one will be like similar to this polyhedron. Now position and polyhedron is going on, so we cannot do destructuring. So what we have to do here is we have to do position equals to curly braces position, and polyhedron will be the one that will be your geometry. So we need to pass polyhedron in the count, and this one will be 3 because we are going to pass 3 multiple shapes here. So if I will go back to my example, I will see like I had created the reference count is there. I'm doing log for that. Reference is there. Passing position setting counter with modulus of 3 because we have multiple 3 shapes. And then other than this, polyhedron and count is there. If I had changed it to polyhedron and count, you guys can see. And now I will copy these 3 shapes: box geometry, sphere geometry, and dodecahedron geometry. So let me copy this and I will paste it here. 3 multiple geometries. I will paste it here. I'll go back to my browser. I will see 2 different boxes are there. As soon as I will click, the sphere is printing out and the geometry is changed. 3 different geometries are changing. So if I will check here, let's see here, you guys can see 0. If I will check the UUID here, 2 270 for the box. If I will go a little bit up, and on the 0th index 270. If I will go a little bit up, the 0th index 270, ending with 217, ending with 217, ending with 217. That shows that the geometries are sharing between these two components. So let's say if I will make multiple components, if I will copy this directly to make multiple components, okay, so I'll make it like this, multiple 3 components, and I will see all these geometries will be shareable in 4 multiple polyhedrons. If I'll go back here, I'll do reload, and you guys can see I have 4 different polyhedrons, 4 different objects with polyhedrons that passes geometry from app.js and getting it as a props, and we are sharing them between multiple objects. Okay, like this the squares are going on. If I will go on and check the sphere geometry, sphere is always on the 1th index. Okay, the CBEF, BEF, ED93, ED93. So this is how you can do object sharing in React or React 3JS Fiber, and we can optimize the application more in terms of large scale application. It will help you a lot to for unnecessary re-rendering. Okay, so I hope you guys had understand it. In case of any question, any query, you can comment us. You can reach us to our mailbox as well. Yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and goodbye.